Damn it.
Cat!
It was a setup.
Oh god. Hello. Welcome back. Trip hours.
She's long.
34?
That's a long cat.
34?
Sure.
Podcast is officially older than me.
Let's fact check.
I actually don't know. Yeah, it is 34. It is 34. I have confirmation.
34.
Shut
Yeah.
down.
We're losing track. Dude, can you believe we've been doing this for 7 months? I can't. That's crazy.
We're
Hi.
Third of the way to 100.
It should have died like 20 different times.
Yeah. But it's not dead. I'm here. Rusty's here.
no,
Slap's
not
here.
dead.
Cody's here. Ben's back. Hi, Ben.
Ben is here.
Bye.
She's enjoying her time.
That was Ben's cat.
Yo.
Apologies to all our audio listeners, as per usual. I didn't make an outline this week. Oops. What do we usually start with? NASCAR?
NASCAR.
Well, that wasn't any good,
Which
was
I
it?
did not watch at all.
We haven't, but we got news.
I watched the last 2 laps, and
They talk about Chase
there
Elliott.
there were
Yo.
2 times in those last 2 laps that cars were going 4 wide and Fox zoomed away from it and like cut it out of the frame.
The crazy thing is the Xfinity coverage had wide cameras for all of the restarts. Like, it was like
Oh my goodness.
so good.
Not like the wide sky cam that Fox used, like, what was it, the duels? I think they did it for the Daytona 500 too, where the cars would like go off, they just zoom out, you'd see the whole field like in frame, and it just kept zooming out and zooming out and zooming out. I'm like, what are you doing?
Part of the problem is that they're still broadcasting in 720p in 2023, but
I'm mixed on that final.
they gotta do better.
Because yeah, it sucks that they missed like a 4 wide battle, but it is the final lap and a half. If it was like a random restart in the middle of the race, yeah, stay wide, show all the action. But if you're outside like the top 8 in the final 2 laps, like, sorry, you're not getting camera time.
They were right there though, like it was within the top 10, and they still cropped it out.
Nah, they're still far back.
They
They weren't
easily
contending
could
for
have
the
fit it
lead
with the
for win.
leaders. You can still see what's going on. Anyway, NASCAR's dumb. F1 is pretty cool though.
IndyCar's based.
IndyCar was a mess, but like a good
They got
one,
some
apparently.
air time on those bastards, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to that one dude that came plowing into that first.
Who was
wreck
that
from,
who
like,
came in at the end? In
I
that
don't know
red
his
car?
name.
Was that red car?
But I was reading
Yeah.
stuff. Apparently, people have had like concerns about that guy. I don't know who he is. I don't know anything about IndyCar, but yeah, he was the last car in that wreck and just came plowing in. Just didn't.
Yeah, I didn't recognize his name either, so I think he might be a rookie.
He sent my boy Devlin into the air. It was great.
All I know is
Well,
I
I'm
was just
gonna-
reading comments and they're like, "Oh yeah, I was worried about this guy coming into this season." And yeah, that's not good.
We don't know his name.
We'll find it.
Well, I don't know if you saw Connor Daly's onboard camera, but if he was a
Oh,
little
that's
bit,
the one where he like slides in next to the
he
wall.
could have been. It could have been him. So
That's
I
true.
don't know where the communication was on all this, but even Connor almost arc break the thing.
Benjamin Peterson.
Who the fuck?
I don't know.
I'm
but
sorry.
He was
Is he,
running
like-
last at the time of that wreck.
It's like Jordan Peterson's kid or something. He just bought his way in.
Benjamin Peterson?
Don't think they're related.
I've never heard of that guy before.
I have not heard that name. How the fuck do you even spell it?
It's with a D.
Does he even have any Indy light starts or anything?
He's Danish.
Well, he must.
I'm pulling up Wikipedia now.
Can you just buy a spec Indy car off the shelf like Cup and just go racing? Like, what is this?
Yeah. Fuck the experience. Fuck the license.
Benjamin
I got the money.
Peterson.
I want to race.
He's
Hell yeah.
23. He's Danish. And he did do Indy Lights last year, and he's done British F3 and some random F4 stuff.
He's
He
not
has
even on
one
Racing
win
Reference.
in 2 seasons of Indy Lights.
All right.
So shout out to that guy.
Thankfully,
Dude,
those
shout out to the IndyCar field. There was like 30 cars that showed up. Like that's cool.
Well, that's pretty big for a street course.
and about
Yeah, yeah, I was
a quarter of them were
surprised.
taken out on the first lap.
Well, I remember
Can I
seeing the
ask you-
first restart after a quarter of the field died, and I was like, "There's still a lot of cars out there." It's a lot for
Yeah,
any
normally
car.
it's like 20 cars out there on the road course, and I think there was 27 cars out there still after the crash, where it seemed like it.
We just talk about Scott McLaughlin, Roman Grosjean just not giving a fuck and playing a game of chicken straight into the tires.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of perfect TV shots, they timed it perfectly.
Yeah, it was good.
Like the perfect angle of the coming out of the pits, dude. It's so good.
And
Did you see the onboard? Did you see the onboard where Scotty McLaughlin like comes flying out of the pits and like passes him? Like, dude, that was like within a hair of just launching off the back of him and clearing the fence.
It's a shame we have to wait an entire month for the second race.
Oh my god.
No meme. The next one, I'm pretty sure it's Texas, and it is literally like April 4th.
Their scheduling is literally criminal. It's criminal.
I mean, that's what happens when you only do 11 races a year or whatever. It's tough.
I mean, the trucks used to do that. They'd run Daytona, and then they'd be off until like late March.
They did that last year in the playoffs.
Series.
Yeah, their playoffs last like 4 months. It starts in August and doesn't end until November.
Yeah.
Their playoffs last a third of a calendar year.
Yeah, you have to remind yourself, like, oh yeah, they do have playoffs going on. It's crazy, bro.
The series
happened on Twitter this week. Oh, everyone got upset that Chase Elliott broke his leg. Somehow.
I feel like the big debate is, does he get a waiver or not? Like, is that the talking point with you guys?
No, that's not a talking point. Tony
talking
Stewart
point.
literally got one after he flipped his ATV. Like, he's gonna get one. That's
Kyle
not
Busch.
a talking point.
His ATV or his sprint car?
But like, if Cody
Nah,
were
he
snapped
fucked
his
himself up
leg
on an
in
ATV
a
at some
skiing
point.
accident, do they give him a waiver? So
Yeah,
that's my
they
question.
always do. It's not.
Yeah,
it's
because
literally
they know
like
it's not going to be a consequence because no Cody Ware's not going to be in the top 16.
this actually did kind of upset me on Twitter because it's not a point. Like, this is historically they've always given out waivers. It's not.
Like,
there's no like.
the question, like, there was like
it's like
actually
yes.
a genuine question. Like, it's not even.
That's not a point.
No, but can I say
they're
this?
gonna do it.
At what point is NASCAR going to take the competition side of things seriously and not be a gimmick entertainment catered?
It literally-
Rusty. That
ship has sailed
back in
Yeah.
2004.
Rusty,
That ship has
literally
left for a long fucking time ago.
I want to believe.
Literally this year they changed the rules so that drivers outside the top 30 in points can make the playoffs. This year.
That was hell of timing for Chase.
Oh yeah, they did make that rule.
Yeah.
Shit.
Watch all this
Yeah, so
talk
if
about
someone
top
wins on
30
a-
and waivers, and then he just still doesn't make the playoffs. Like once he comes back.
Yeah, he just doesn't win a race. Ryan
No,
Blaney
Cody
style.
Ware could make the top 16. The cheeses a win at
if
Daytona.
someone-
It's all over.
Yeah, bold.
If someone
prediction
wins
this
on a
year.
random fluke during the rain, like a rain delay, and they win, and they're
Cody
like
Ware-
some 20th something guy
Yeah,
during the playoffs.
Cody Ware makes the playoffs and Chase Elliott doesn't. What a world that would
EJ
be.
McLeod.
Yeah,
Yeah.
EJ stays out pit road under your yellow
In hurricane season and Daytona.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
That's the right timeline.
We are
All
living
right.
in the best timeline now.
Can we go straight into Drip or Drown?
Let's
Is
do
that
it.
cool? All right. There's some stuff to look at. I'll try not to take too long with this. There's a new Alex Bowman car running at Phoenix. Ally, best friends, some kind of like dog thing. They put paws on the side of the car.
I feel like if they put like a black outline around the numbers and text, it'd maybe look a little bit better.
It looks about as good as his other car, which is not very good. So
I think if you had
unfortunately,
like the Jimmy Johnson neon, that could probably pop a little bit.
I don't know. The whole like orange pink gradient is pretty sad. I'm not a huge fan.
Drown it. Drown it.
Yeah, it's not.
And then they've got
great.
pink up here and purple down
damp.
here. Yes. Yeah, all right, we'll see you.
Oh, roof number's purple? Hold on. That was, yeah, definitely drown it.
Yeah, the roof number is purple. It's hard to see it.
Uh,
Brad Keselowski, this
The
one's for
Lions
Ed,
car.
who is deceased
Yeah.
again. Is he's running just a better version of the Fastenal car. Yeah, those designs have kind of been going backwards for like many years. Now he's running this sick like silver one, which looks cool.
clarified that the stripes right there are actually called pillars.
Oh, they're called pillars. So stupid. They're stripes. Bitch, do those look
I
like,
like
pillars
whoever
to
runs
you?
the RFK Twitter account. They're good
You
people.
would. They
I
shouted
don't know
you
about
out.
you. That looks like the things that
They-
hold up
they-
a rooftop to me.
Whoever runs the RFK account also like tweets about NRF 24/7. It's so stupid. All right,
It's
on to the
Twitter.
next.
Twitter is a stupid place.
Go off,
That's
DT.
fair. All right, next. Ryan Blaney, Menards Pennzoil. Someone put the wrong numbers on it.
Dude, but they finally changed the number, which is a good thing because the numbers never match the yellow.
It's still dumb.
I agree.
It
The
used to
numbers
be. Okay, hold on. Let me find the picture of last year's car. Because last year's car was exactly the same as this, except the number was like neon yellow, but it was the wrong yellow.
Roval car, yeah, it's stupid.
But this year, it's black, but it still has the wrong yellow as the outline. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, it has Menards yellow around it.
I was about to say it's Menards yellow.
Yeah, it's stupid. Here's the one from
It's like they just had like the numbers laying around from last year. They're like, yeah, it's reusing. Nobody will notice.
Yeah.
We noticed.
But they don't put the numbers on separately. Why can't I open a fucking image? Hold on.
Stupid.
All right, whatever. Look at this. This is the one from last year.
Okay, that's selling it way better than it actually looks.
It has. Yeah, okay.
That's Menards yellow again.
It's still, yeah, it's the wrong yellow. Look at that. Ugh. Ugh. The white Menards on a white background is like bad enough, but putting just the number from the wrong car on this thing. And I say that as a joke because
please fix this.
I might. I say that as a joke because the numbers are like part of the wrap, you know, they don't put the numbers on separately unless they're chrome. I don't get it. It looks dumb. You know, it doesn't look dumb though. Joey Logano's Pennzoil car.
Steve Park looking shit.
Yeah.
Dude, that car looks so hot on the track with the yellow walls, with you can see behind it. It's so good. So
people have said Steve Park. People have said the 1999 JGTC Pennzoil car, which also looks similar. This is one of those schemes that I think got leaked like early in the season. I'm pretty sure we've already talked about it.
I saw this a while ago.
Yeah.
Well, the DEI schemes were based off the Pennzoil.
Pennzoil red numbers.
Like Mikey style?
Yeah.
Like Steve Park style.
Park style, yeah.
You had red numbers? I guess so.
Maybe on the roof.
Let me see if I can find
these black numbers.
We're still gotta put something over that rear tire though.
Yeah, it is.
Why didn't they use like the big logo?
Empty. Oh, here's the 1999 JGTC champion in Japan, which has like a 1-2 and then black, and then is that where the DEI stripes started?
Yes, they came from Steve Park, Pennzoil,
1998.
Oh, interesting. Anyway, yeah, it still needs something on the quarter panel. It's kind of empty, but it looks good. Like some big old Pennzoil logos. All right. Next up.
Oh my God.
On the track, you had no idea what this thing was.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. was driving a Coca-Cola Zero Sugar car. It is
like
completely red with no design, and the roof is black with a red number. That is it. I've just described it perfectly to the viewers. Oh, and it has a weird tiny hood logo and then a Smith's logo on the bottom.
Have we been seeing a lot more of these recently where the car design's literally just a color and then just, hey, some numbers and logos?
By the way, this is the picture that they posted on social media. Whoever's running the JTG Twitter, instead of just taking like 5 steps back, they just put the camera, their iPhone, on like the wide angle lens, so you just can't see a single thing.
I love Smiths and not being able to see a single other sponsor.
Yep.
Now, since I didn't watch the broadcast, how many times did the broadcast go to this car? Like in like 30?
Oh, is it like the Coke series where they look at the Coke car for 50% of the laps?
Yeah.
Well, in my opinion, it looked kind of like a red blob. I had no idea what it was.
All right, fair.
Yeah, just like a red streak out there. Like I saw that car probably like half a dozen times. I was like, hold on, that's Ricky fucking Stenhouse.
Daytona 500 winner. They couldn't find it in the budget to put a single line on his car. It is just plain ass red. Speaking of which, Ty Gibbs ran a He Gets Us car, which I'm pretty sure
flat black monster base.
That's what it is. They just put He Gets Us stickers on it, which, you know, we've had our bit about He Gets Us on podcast number 2 or whatever that was. But I think more and more the internet is uncovering that He Gets Us is actually like really bad. Like it's like really bad.
It is very bad.
So yeah, shout out to Ty Gibbs.
What exactly are they like trying to sell or whatever?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, is it just like
cultist religious stuff? Bizarre.
I don't know enough about it, so I can't say to it. But always be wary of any religious organization that spends hundreds of millions of dollars on advertising.
Yep.
God,
it's the same with
ads on the Super Bowl that could be invested definitely many places that can benefit communities across the U.S.
It's the same with the I Am Second Tyler Reddick cars. It's like
actually a good point, Ben. Why are they advertising when it could be spent? I got keep it moving.
Like actually being nice
that's a
to the
whole rabbit hole you don't want to go down,
yeah.
Rusty.
Yeah, shout out to Ty Gibbs. He's yet to drive a single car with a design on it with this 54. It's just been plain black monster. Now plain black he gets us. Terrible. Sad, but you know, couldn't happen to someone better.
Drown.
I got to bring up the BJ
I would say
McLeod.
drown, but Jesus walks on water, so I don't know how that works out.
Well, he's not Jesus. I'm gonna bring up this this BJ McLeod Circle B car because it's hot. It's really good.
It is hot.
That
could be an excellent base game for a Nerf.
So
car.
Yeah,
Circle B is doing a green thing this year because they announced this Ryan Vargas Armand car, which is pretty tough. I'll be honest. Going between the BJ one and this Vargas car,
it looks like a Picasso painting.
Yeah.
Real quick, do you know what that BJ car reminds me of, based on like the color scheme and like the design? You know what video game?
Dirt 2?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is kind of Dirt 2-y, just like crazy,
like, the Dirt 2
like
just loading graphics.
Yeah,
designs in the menu screens.
Yeah, looks cool. All right, I gotta bring up. I have one Xfinity car to bring up.
This is a second
CJ McLaughlin PsyApps. I don't know what PsyApps is. I'm assuming they're like,
it's a psyop.
They must be working with his family because CJ McLaughlin historically has just driven a ton of like backmarker Xfinity cars and has crashed just about every single one. And PsyApps keeps paying for these cars and he keeps getting in them and wrecking them. And so he bought the Emerling Gase 53 this week. PsyApps on the car, absolutely destroyed it in qualifying. So
wait,
they didn't, you know, Emerling Gase didn't have a backup car. So what they did is CJ McLaughlin.
All right.
So they told CJ McLaughlin to walk home. Patrick Emerling got in the car himself. They took the MBM 66 Mustang, which DNQ'd, pulled the sponsors off of it, and put the PsyApp sponsors onto that car, number 53. And Patrick Emerling got out there and drove it himself. You can even see the part of the design.
It wasn't even
from the side of the PsyApps car.
It was practice he crashed it in.
It was practice.
It's not like he was pushing the thing or anything. He was just running some practice laps. He didn't crash it hard, but he bent up the front end a little bit. But yeah, CJ McLaughlin
is like one of the worst drivers in NASCAR right now. I just think this is a great visual story of Patrick Emerling just being like, all right, I'm gonna drive it myself. And so someone may have to look this up, but Emerling Gase, which is owned by Patrick Emerling and Joey Gase, drove this week with the owners in both of their cars. I don't know if that's ever been done in NASCAR before, where two guys have owned a team and they've each driven the cars on the same weekend. I don't know. That might be one for the stat nerds.
You have to make that a short, man. That's good shit. I didn't know that.
So PsyApps apparently does X-ray guns.
X-ray guns. Oh, is that what that is?
Yes.
Is that what that is? I'm looking at this.
Looks like a 1990s like Tiger
electronics.
Is this like X-ray vision? What the fuck?
I can't find whether it's like a medical device or
like a
it's made in America according to the race car.
Is Emerling Gase? Is that the
it's
team
a government tool to give you testicular cancer?
Is that the team that Brad Perez is racing for later this year?
Right, yeah, he helps them out a lot.
Oh yeah.
They run the 53 and the 35.
I remember that hype video and seeing Joey Gates and that. It's like, oh yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, and Patrick Emmerling was the guy on the other desk.
Yeah, big Brad fans.
Yeah, heck yeah. I just thought it was a great story. I saw that one on Twitter today. Because I was looking up paint schemes. I saw the picture of the car, and I'm like, those sponsors weren't on that car. They're just literally cut out like with scissors around the decal. Pretty funny.
Real quick, do I see a new addition to your background, or is that something that's been there that I haven't noticed? That little Kyle Larson mini door down there.
It is brand new
model.
setup. It arrived a couple days ago. I just haven't had time to set it up. You want to see it?
Yeah.
A little mini, like 1/12 scale sheet metal door.
Just don't click on my camera because I don't want my ass shown on camera.
Shit, it was loading.
There we go.
Oh, Flow Racing.
Oh, that's cool.
How do you?
Dude,
so that's just like a mini like door plastic thing.
It's like a 1/12
metal
scale.
It's like
thing.
legit metal. Yeah. So I think he sells them like at his like merch hauler, and if I were to guess, you can get like maybe autographed somewhere around here. But big Kyle Larson fan. Like I'm transitioning into like the belief that he actually might be like the second coming of like Jesus, except in a race car. So
does he get us?
He's one of the most talented drivers of our generation.
Dude, I feel like every time he cuts a promo nowadays, he said it in his post-race interview. He's like, when they ask him about that late caution, what was going through your head, and he goes, "That's just cup series racing." Like, like top level in America.
He was 4 laps away from win then.
Yeah.
Have we talked about this hat before, Rusty? This is one of the cooler hats you've worn in this show.
How long have you had this? Like 3-4 years. I'm down to like my last one because we try to switch it up every show on per your request.
What is this, like a 2018 Toro Rosso hat?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's just a team one, but I got it on like fire sale for like $20.
It's cute.
I thought it would go well with my Mark Martin jacket, so that's why I got it.
That is cute.
Based.
Yeah, that was Drip or Drown. I believe it's time.
Oh no.
Oh shit!
It's time for Slap's crazy ass moments in history.
God
It's,
damn.
it's a spiritual experience each time I heard that.
First I've heard the toot at the
Ben,
end.
can we hear about the process of making that one?
So that is off of a clip of Phantomus, which is one of my favorite bands that are just out there.
Yeah.
It's one of Mike Patton's. He's the lead singer of slips off the top of my head. That is it. What is it? That band. You know that band. But he's the lead singer of that band, and he does a bunch of side projects, and Phantomus is one of them.
Cool. And you just thought it fits well with some gunfire, and you saying it's time.
Yep, it was perfect.
The band is literally called That Band.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yep, I see
Mike
it.
Patton.
And people that might be tuning in for the first time, Ben makes
Faith No More.
Ben makes all the music for the show, so shout out to Ben. We love Ben.
Except for
All
the
bangers.
That is all Rusty.
Oh, I now understand the reference you were making, Ben. But yeah, except for the intro, that's all Rusty. Don't look up his SoundCloud. All right, Slap.
What we got?
Where are we? When are we?
All right, so we're in North Hollywood, California. The day is February 28th, 1997. As a matter of fact, just last week was the 26th anniversary of this going down. 2 heavily armed men enter a Bank of America, and everything goes south in this robbery. This is the story of the 1997 North Hollywood shootout. Let's get right into it.
He's so excited.
This was the large,
excited.
in terms of rounds fired, this was the largest
That's why.
police shooting in American history.
Jesus.
However, it's oddly enough far less deadly than the Miami-Dade shootout. So,
Which we've already covered.
which we've already covered.
We have discussed in
Long-time
detail.
Viewers will know my penchant for law enforcement shooting history. It's a very interesting topic. But our 2 perpetrators are Larry Phillips Jr. and Emil Sereno. He was a Romanian immigrant. So everything comes full circle. We're coming back to the Romanians for this one.
Sure.
So that's Larry Phillips on the left. That's Emil on the right. Larry Phillips was a problem child, came from a very dysfunctional family. And he learned real quick that his dad really only paid him any attention when he was doing bad things at school and getting in trouble. And I'm not talking like actually giving him attention, like trying to, chastise him or whatever. Being like, that's a good kid, because his dad had been in and out of jail his whole life. And as he got older, he started committing crimes, ending up in the newspapers. His dad would like clip those newspaper articles out and save them. This is father of the year behavior, honestly.
Oh my God.
So he was encouraged from a young age to do nefarious things repeatedly, and eventually that got to bank robberies. It's unclear like how he came across Emil, but Emil was a Romanian immigrant. Was bullied a lot in school because he had this, Romanian accent. He also probably had some sort of developmental issues. He really would latch onto people and copy what they did, like bar for bar, word for word, verse for verse. And his dad checked out early in his life, and his mom ran a housing program for people who couldn't take care of themselves. And so he, would take care of these people with his mom, but turns out the place ended up getting shut down when the government found out they had some people just locked up in the basement.
Oh.
And they were abusing people pretty regularly. So this was, stand up guys, stand up parent again. These two guys meet each other, and Emil does have an interest in firearms as one of the things that he likes to read about, but he didn't have access to any of them. Well, Larry Phillips Jr. did have access to a lot of them. There it is.
Yeah, show it. Why don't you?
I gotta ask.
My cat has decided to vacate the premises. BRB.
Do we need the cat for the story?
He needs the cat as a prop for the
All right, let's
Hollywood
explore the room.
story.
We got a tripod back
Hold on.
there.
Oh, he's got a camera set up.
The more excited Slap got, the more excited the cat got. Like you can really.
He's got the camera set up.
Yeah, why is the camera set up? Can we talk about that?
It's been filming more and more videos.
No, I had to get footage off of it, so it's just sitting there. It's still got the cord stuck in it, but I do have my April Fool's Day video coming up. Get ready for that one.
Oh shit! I gotta prepare for that.
I was gonna say, hold on. Ben has the legendary April Fool's videos.
He always puts out a banger.
You have anything planned?
No, it's not planned at all.
Well, you've got a month.
You got like 3 weeks to make something.
I need to add it.
But anyway, these two guys are they get their guns together. They decide they're going to go rob a bank somewhere, and these guys were not like, what was it?
As you do.
Yeah, as one does.
And the homies.
And Larry Phillips had a long history of doing this. He dude knew what he was doing. He would scope places out, figure out when the money trucks came, and hit the day, a day after. If it was on a payday or something, he wouldn't bother to hit it because people would be withdrawing all of their money. So they knew how to ingress and egress out of buildings. They knew to pick a bank that was on the corner of the street because that allows you 2 ways out, which is why they don't build banks on the corners of streets anymore. They put them in the middle, so there's only one way in and out. Just a nice little fun fact. So next time you're wondering why your bank's in such a hard to get to fucking place, you could thank these two assholes.
So my bank is on a corner, and they just moved it across the street to another corner.
Uh-oh. Well, they don't have to worry about this type of shit in Canada.
That's fair.
That's what you think.
So, makes me think of the bank in GTA on the corner where you go right in the front and out the back.
Yeah. Easy peasy. Well, they basically get a hold of 2 Romanian AKs and convert them to full auto. And they have these 75 round drums they're putting in them, and they decide they would go in and be hyper aggressive. They're not, like in the movie Heat, where they're trying to calm everybody down, everybody's gonna be all right, everybody's gonna be fine. They're in there firing rounds off into the ceiling saying, give us all your fucking money. These guys were not screwing around. Emil has a modified AR-15 with a 100 round double drum mag on it, which is pretty drippy, not gonna lie. But these guys,
Jesus.
Hey, there's no dong on the Romanian AK.
Yeah, they modified it. He said it was it got in the way of his mag changes, so he cut it off.
They interviewed him about his
cut off his dong
preferences afterwards.
Cut off the dong.
The rare AK bottom surgery.
But they also, as they got more, for the first couple of takes, they got like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and so they invested that in body armor and a material called aramid, which is basically bulletproof. And they developed like this head-to-toe bulletproof suit that they would wear
independently. Like,
no, I mean they had like metal plate over the chest, and they had aramid just sleeves, leggings, and all that. They'd always come in with ski masks. They'd come in with these big ass duffel bags, fill them full of money, and take off. And one day, they decide they're going to hit up the Bank of America in North Hollywood. This bank is a primo location and everything, and they just the way they see this and they scope it out, they're like, there's got to be at least $1 million in there. Like we're talking, maybe 10 million. And they set up, they suit up, 9:16 a.m. February 28th, they roll out, and just as they walk through the door, here comes North Hollywood cop, just so happened to be coming down that road, and saw two heavily armed dudes walk into a Bank of America, and he's like, yeah, I'm not equipped to stop this. We need backup, we need SWAT, we need call in the National Guard too. Yeah. They didn't actually call in the National Guard, but he was just like, this is serious, like we got to get in there. So they, the two bank robbers show up. They do the normal spiel at this point, firing rounds off into the ceiling. They ask for the money, and they find only about $300,000 in the back. Apparently, there was another bank truck that had come through and taken all the money to deposit it after hours. Because of all the robberies that have been happening in that area. Like and the cops knew who these guys were. They called them the high incident bandits because they would come in like super aggressive and everything. So they've been going all over the Southwest, all over California, doing bank robberies and stuff. It was just a matter of, if you could get lucky enough to find them, when it started rather than when it ended. And today, sometimes it just pays for the cops. It was better to be lucky than good. So that they realized, this isn't going well. They pop a couple of barbiturates to try to calm themselves down because they're freaking out because the money's not there. And this sluggishness is probably why they didn't kill anybody, because they just couldn't shoot straight because they're zooted out of their mind. And they decide, what, we're going to take this money, do what we can. They go outside, and there are dozens of police cars. SWAT's already there. The common story everybody hears is like, oh, police couldn't do anything, then SWAT showed up later. SWAT was there pretty much from the beginning, and one SWAT officer said he double tapped one of the guys in the chest, and he just shrugged it off, turned around, and just fired off like 70 rounds from his AK. Glass flying, just taking out vehicles left and right, and their car gets junked almost immediately as soon as it all the shooting starts. They try to find another one. It was like this little crummy white sedan that ended up getting just blown to smithereens. At some point they get separated. Emil is still trying to find a car, thinking that Larry Phillips is still in play. He's not. He ends up going out by himself. And what happens next is that they thought he had a malfunction, tried to clear it, and accidentally shot himself, and they actually just kind of got surrounded. Nowadays, we think he just got surrounded and decided to, end it all right there.
Jeez. Oh,
as one of the cops that got shot, and cops are dropping like flies and getting shot up. There's a couple of cops going to a dentist's office and are asking for medical aid, and to the dentist's credit, he did what he could with the materials he had, and he actually saved one cop's life because he was bleeding so badly.
What is this guy doing? Get out of there.
Yeah.
You gotta get that story, bro.
He's shooting at the chopper?
Shooting at the
Off of the
helicopter,
cloud,
yeah.
like, get out.
Yeah, dude, he's literally shooting at the helicopter.
Yeah,
Holy
there were news choppers and a police chopper. They got shot at because Emil actually had a second rifle with him, G3 HK91, and he started, when one gun ran out of ammo, he'd switch to the other one, and when everybody ran off, he would reload both of them, and that way he could just keep shooting pretty much constantly.
I remember reading about that dude just literally shooting up at the fucking helicopters. That's fucking insane.
Yeah, so the police order all the other news choppers to get the hell out of there.
Oh my.
And they call up SWAT, and as a second team of SWAT officers come in, they were in training at that point. And when they get called up, they're in literal gym shorts, bulletproof vests, and helmets, and they're just in there ready to go. If you see when Emil finally gets shot, there's one guy in sneakers and gym shorts with his gear on. He looks goofy as hell, but he literally just came from the range and got there in a few minutes. Emil basically gets cornered and gets behind a pickup truck that he's trying to hijack. Gets shot in the foot multiple times, shot in the legs, and it basically succumbs to his wounds right there.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the final shootout. This is him trying to take that pickup truck.
Oh, because his car is fucked.
Yeah. And here comes an unmarked police car. Or no, that's not it. There's another car that shows up. That's got all our SWAT boys in it.
That's pretty ratty, that truck. That's not... Oh, here we go.
One of the
Look
dudes
out.
takes a round under his vest at some point, right? And they just let him bleed out pretty much.
Oh.
Guy's explaining everything.
Is that Officer John Bonnell of World's Wildest Police Videos?
That is.
I recognize, dude. I watched those shows so much as a kid.
Yeah, so one cop shoots him in the foot, and then they basically get him. He surrenders, and they just don't bother to call for a police or an ambulance. They just let him bleed out there.
Oh yeah. That's who I'm thinking of. Yep. Yeah, he takes one under the vest, and they.
Yeah, so there's the guy in the gym shorts and the high tops.
Oh, Jesus.
And
wearing,
scene.
Nikes?
That's sick that they pushed in the gym shorts. They pushed.
That could be an album cover right there.
This is a hell of a photo right here.
This is America.
I'm assuming it says
up.
bank of above this, but it's cropped so it just says America, and you just have the dude in a ski mask with a gun in the parking lot.
An HK91.
Base.
Damn.
This is America. Got guns in my area.
Don't get
I got a strap because I got to carry them.
Shout out to the Dare bumper sticker on the unmarked police car.
I think I still have one of those somewhere.
So was he equipped like the Juggernaut in Call of Duty, and they're just dumping clips?
Yeah, these guys literally were the Juggernaut from Call of Duty, just robbing banks. And yeah, so if you want to know why cops run around with AR-15s in the trunk and the bulletproof vests and all this extra gear on now, just like regular random beat cops, this is why. This was used as justification for all sorts of police expenditures later on.
And I'm sure that's done well for society.
I'm just saying we don't have any more high incident bandits.
Yeah. All right, that was Slop's crazy ass moment.
Another thing was, and this is critical. You want to know why we have the gun culture we do today? Because in 1994, the assault weapons ban was passed, and then these two dudes roll up with assault weapons and just send 1,000 rounds downrange. And everybody's like, wait a second, we passed a law specifically saying you can't do this, and it didn't do anything. So when 2004 comes around, when the bill's supposed to sunset, because it was written to sunset after 10 years, basically people were like, no, I don't bother voting for it. It didn't do anything. And then, now everybody has an AR-15.
Oh my God.
Are you telling me that they were in a gun-free zone?
Sales are only going
You
up.
can't murder people. That's illegal. That's it for real now.
All right.
Barbiturate saved the day. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, and it's time for the next segment.
Ed's dead. He can't tell us about California animals.
I know.
I'm 3 weeks. 2 weeks.
From the track.
Some things are worth waiting for.
Yeah, Ed said he got stuck in the airport for a while and got sick because of it, so he's slightly dead right now. Which is unfortunate because I want to see his footage of this altercation outside of Auto Club, but I guess we'll have to wait another week. We had a shrimp connection this weekend. Can we talk about that?
Did they touch shrimps?
Yeah. We shared a hotel room.
I love Rusty Walrus. Yeah, do you have any pictures of that?
You want to talk about it? What happened?
Yeah, we can just talk about it.
We went to Minneapolis, or I should say I drove to Minneapolis. Minneapolis.
The Minneapolis?
Minneapolis, yeah. In my defense, like two of the comedians got it fucked up too.
The openers fucked it. They both fucked it.
So I'm not the only one to accidentally botch the pronunciation of Minneapolis. But yeah, made the 4.5-hour drive up to see my boy Rusty. We saw one of our favorite comedians at the Phantomus Theater. Is that how it's pronounced?
I think it's Pantages.
Pantages Theater.
Pantage.
Pantages Theater, however the fuck it's pronounced. To see Shane Gillis. That was a hell of a time.
Dude, funniest damn show like I've ever seen. I was dying the whole like I almost had to excuse myself halfway through because I was like, this is getting out of control.
I'm just imagining Rusty cackles throughout.
Dude, the whole time.
I've been to 4 comedy shows in the last year, including Louis this past December, and I think Shane might have topped that. That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
When I saw Cody like kind of lean over a couple times and like just pure like out of control laughter, I could not stop laughing because if Cody's like all in dying, like it's like so it was so good. And the guys sitting next to us were good too.
Dudes.
They were laughing and everything. Like so it was just an all-out great time. Worth every penny. I would have like looking back at it, I could have paid 10 times the amount I paid and it would have been worth every bit of it.
We pulled the trigger on, I should say Rusty pulled the trigger on front row seats. Dude, there's a couple like rows center of like these like temporary chairs, and we are kind of off to the side, like the first row of like the fixed seating, like in the theater, and that's like we were right there, just off to the like side.
We're like 10-15 feet away from a max.
There's a couple times where Rusty was like the first to pop off on something, and the comedian like definitely like looked over like right at him.
I wouldn't blind on his whole show. Like I'm not up to date on anything in the last year or two. And when Shane would just say something and he have that stupid look on his face, I just immediately.
Dude, he kept doing like the look on purpose. He'd like have the look and then go like to the crowd again just to get him to pop again. He knows what he's doing and he's brilliant at it.
Cody, I thanked you when you were there, but like seriously, thank you. That was one of the like best experiences of my life. Just showing up, doing the hotel deal, going there downtown. Comedy show was the funniest thing I've ever seen. And then doing Discord after with the fight. That was a good time.
The perfectly timed Ubers.
Yeah,
and
perfectly timed.
You gotta see Tim Dillon next time he's in town. I'll start looking at his tour dates.
Hell yeah.
Good time.
No animals? All clean?
Yeah, Rusty's the animal of the story. Look at him.
What?
What are we talking about? Are we talking about kitchen sinks or what?
Yeah, Rusty's always the animal.
All right.
That is true.
He's literally a walrus.
I snuck off while Cody took a nap right before the show, and then I came back right in time. It was clutch.
I did squeeze a quick power nap in.
Okay, so Rusty has sent in a picture for Animal Planet this week.
Oh yeah, this happened today.
Do you want me to intro this, or do you want me to just show it?
Well, maybe I thought about this. I don't know how to hype this up. So basically, I don't know if this is a TikTok trend. I don't know if this is like dudes just trying to be funny, or if it's just Animal Planet. So show the picture. This is about 5 feet in front of a drive-through window at Burger King. And if you zoom in on the sauce, it's like this orangish, like tartary, pickly sauce.
Someone threw tartar sauce at the wall on a Burger King drive-thru,
and it's a dude. It was a ton of sauce, and I don't even know what menu item has this. Like it's almost like they had to order like I don't even know. Look at this. That's like the size of like a Whopper on the wall. What is it? What is that
like
coming from?
Thick. It's got chunks in it, dude.
You ever see Billy Madison where they in that intro where they have that contest where they all throw the pickles at the window and see which one takes the quickest to slide down to the bottom? That's what that reminds me of.
Whatever this was came in with some velocity too.
And it's right after the drive-through window. So how do you get your food and immediately just?
Dude, they didn't miss either, dude. There's none on the brick. He got that high and tight.
Someone definitely got the wrong order, was pissed about it, and fired it into the building, and then circled around to go get their correct order.
You said this was at Burger King. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what food this would be.
It's a mystery sauce. Like, I don't know what it is.
He went to Burger King and got the McFish, and he's like, "Fuck this shit, tartar sauce first."
I don't want to be too gross, but that honestly looks like a projectile vomit where someone stood up and was.
There's no way you could get that high
because it would be down.
I said stood up.
We're down here at like car window height. That's like up in the air.
That's why they lean out of their car and like aim up.
No, that look. We are barely above this line
come out
of
some
5 feet. That's like 5 feet high.
I've seen some velocity come out of
the concussed guy at Road America could reach that height, though. He could definitely do that.
So if you look in the mirror, you can see like a White Castle cup that's tucked on the side, which is also Animal Planet. Like, are you like, come on, what are we doing here? But like, so if you go back up, I feel like somebody asked for like extra mystery sauce, and they just Nolan Ryan'd it into the wall. Like, what is this?
This is Animal Planet.
So I took that picture today. I couldn't believe it. I've never seen anything like it, like next to a drive-through window. So
what was your Burger King order? That's the important question.
So all right. So I'm the biggest Burger King hater on the planet. Like literally, it's the worst.
Are you based or are you cringe?
Well, we'll find out.
You be the judge.
I have figured out the perfect menu item at Burger King, and it surpasses the majority of fast food on this planet.
Does it surpass the stacker though?
Did I? You're ruining my bit. You're ruining.
What do you mean? What?
I think we briefly discussed this before, but not on podcast.
Right,
but not on podcast. That's how we do it.
No, we've literally talked about how good stackers are on this show.
Just briefly,
not on the show. Not on the show.
I was trying to set it up for the show.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about how good stackers are.
No, not on the show. I don't know on the show.
What's the item, Rusty? God damn it.
The BK triple stacker is top tier fast food, period. There's something about the extra cheese in between each meat patty, and then like that secret sauce, which might be what's on that wall in that photo, but there's something about the tang, the cheese, the grease, plus the bacon. Dude, the BK triple stacker, I will put it up in the Hall of Fame fast food, and I hate BK. So shout out to the triple stacker. I'm going to come back tomorrow.
I thought
when I was in high school, they used to have a quadruple stacker.
Dude, they got it.
I thought they got rid of the stacker. I thought that was the conversation that we had.
No. They got a double, triple.
They brought it back.
The ratio, though, the ratio of the triple is like perfect.
Yeah, I advocate for the triple stacker. Big fan. It's on the fast food train. I've seen some weird ads lately. I haven't been to McDonald's in like quite a while. But they
Whopper.
No,
triple stacker Whoppers.
Whopper.
But I've seen ads for one. I don't know if they have this in the US or if this is just a Canadian thing. One, they will now sell you a dip of mac sauce for your nuggets.
What?
No, there's nothing around here.
So, in addition to your whatever your sweet and sour whatever nugget sauces, you can get just Big Mac sauce. Dip your nuggets in it. Yeah, apparently. And then the second thing is they're bringing a chicken Big Mac. There's a Big Mac, but instead of meat, it's special chicken patties.
Interesting.
Is it fried or grilled?
It's like fried. Yeah.
It's gotta be
it's like a McChicken, but like slightly bigger. And there's two of them with the like middle bun, Big Mac style. I don't know how it's going to be sauced, but I just saw those and I was like, those are weird. I wonder if America has them.
Not here.
Not yet.
Not yet. That's
interesting.
Being floated out in Canada first.
So This is some fun McDonald's Canada stuff. I think they're getting rid of the waffle fries though, which is a little bit sad.
They have
'Cause I really
waffle
enjoyed
fries
those.
They
there?
have waffle
Yeah,
fries.
we don't have
Yeah.
waffle fries in America.
Yeah, we only have waffle fries at Chick-fil-A.
They're like surprisingly good too.
Hey Rusty, I know you said in that picture there was a White Castle cup in the mirror. Have we discussed White Castle in depth on the podcast since we're still technically an Animal Planet?
Those are the weird slider things, right? We don't have those here.
Yeah, you can get a
It's the little
suitcase of them.
sliders.
Yeah, I think
And I
Slap
don't-
has
The
crystals.
crave
in there.
case.
I know Rusty and I have talked about this before, but I'm sure some of the viewers can relate. It's the weirdest thing. If you eat those burgers, your farts afterwards smell exactly like the fucking burgers. It's gross.
Excuse me.
It's
Yes.
It,
Yes.
I've experienced it with no other food ever, but with White Castle, you pass gas and it smells exactly like how it went
What
in.
the fuck?
It's the weirdest thing and it's disgusting.
Viewers, go to White Castle, get some food, fart it out, send us an email. What does it smell like? Send it to shrimphourspresents@gmail.com.
Dude, Crystals is the same way because they're owned by the same company, but we don't have White Castles on here. We just have Crystals.
It's probably just the same distributor
Yeah,
with
fart
different
smell like
branding on it.
It's like Carl's Jr. and Hardee's, East Coast, West Coast. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Exactly.
It's sad we don't have
But,
White
but it's the
Castle up here
same thing.
anymore.
Like the farts smell exactly like the sliders, and it's very concerning.
It's like
That
they
is
don't get
very
processed by your
concerning.
stomach
Yeah,
at
your
all. They
body is just like, what the hell is this? This is not
They
even
just-
like bread. This is not cheese. This is
Just-
not meat.
just comes out exactly the same way as it went in.
Like the episode of South Park with Eric Cartman. He
He
has
eats
like
through his mouth, yeah, or he eats through his butt. Excuse me, yeah. I know.
no. This
Oh.
is like the one where he has like this like seasoning or whatever, that his secret sauce or seasoning they puts on like chicken, and it tastes like
I
great.
don't know. I've seen that one.
And they find out like later, like the way he was able to get the seasoning right was he would eat all the ingredients and like fart it out onto the food.
I haven't seen that one. I don't think.
All
And I
right,
was like, oh,
maybe-
this tastes great. The only way you could have infused this is with a high pressured hot gas. Where did he make? How did he make this? And
our
they
viewers
fucking-
may not want to go to White Castle anymore.
I saw
I'll
the one.
still
That,
eat it.
I saw that. I saw that early one where all the South Park enthusiasts know where I'm talking about, where Cartman had that theory where if he could eat through his butt and do what out his mouth, just reverse the digestive process pretty much, and it worked at the very end. And just, that's all I'll say.
All right.
That's like a 20-year-old episode. Oh.
Yeah,
Now
I
the
was in
South
middle
Park and
school
White
when that
Castle.
came out, dude.
Oh, that's classic.
Anything else for Animal Fast Food Planet?
Ben, you gotta have something. You gotta have something. We got the celebrity back on the show.
Yes, actually. So
Oh.
my dad was up here visiting. He bowls in the PBA, so he's on the senior tour.
Who do you think you are?
Right. He's actually bowled with them. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's fucking bad.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. So he's in the PBA. He had a tournament up here, and the animal that we saw. So people are bowling. They have to bowl 8 games to qualify, and then the next day they have to bowl in 8 more games.
Oh.
It's crazy. I don't know how they do it. But while we were watching the first group try to finish, this lady comes with a big iPad, fucking blaring a college basketball game while these pros are trying to bowl. It's like you can see the pro bowlers after they roll their ball, they're looking by, and this woman with her iPad at full blast and cheering on her teams. Like, seriously? This is like PBA.
If you want to watch the
Turn our
game, stay
volume
at
down.
home.
Yes.
Yeah, what's she doing there?
Or at least turn the volume down.
Or put your
So-
headphones on.
Is this someone's wife?
Yes. And I think they're either a family member of someone or they were just there to watch. But she walks away. I think she goes to the restroom. And the husband is there. He turns it down to a decent volume. And she comes back and she's like, well, why do you turn the volume down?
Oh boy.
And it's like, really?
Classic. You know, if he has to wait till she leaves to turn it down, you know what that relationship is like.
Yep.
Right. Exactly.
Yep.
So
I have a deep-seated, undying hatred of people who play music in public, like just on their phone. Like,
do speakerphone in public.
It's the worst.
Oh, God, it's the worst.
No, you got to do the '90s style, the fucking boombox on the shoulder. That's how you fucking roll.
Like now, every once in a while, you'll see people just watching like TikToks and stuff on the bus, just full volume on the phone. It makes me,
dude, I do not want to listen to your shitty music. Turn that shit off. It is an affront to me and everybody else around you, you inconsiderate piece of shit. If there is a God and hell is real and that God is just, you will burn forever. The weight of your sins will stay your feet. You will be left behind. You will not inherit the kingdom of Christ.
But he gets us.
No, but not if you don't use the sidewalk. Don't leash your dog and listen to stuff loud. Figure it out, people. It's not hard.
Be considerate to others, and you'll be surprised how many of your own problems disappear.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's Animal Planet.
Based slap.
Very constructive Animal Planet. All right, next up,
life advice from Slap.
media check-in. What are we consuming media wise?
Oh, dude, Showtime has a new series coming out.
What is it? Why are you excited?
Because it's gonna be on our show in April.
What?
We'll probably discuss
On
it.
Crazy
Yeah,
Ass Moments. You just wait till April. You'll see.
we'll definitely discuss this one.
Okay.
Showtime trying to steal my thunder, though, man.
I'm gonna go back and forth with Slap on this one for the record.
Okay. Ominous, but sure.
You'll know it when it happens. See if you're on the right side of history or the rat side of history.
That's pretty good. I know I talked about The Last of Us last week. I was like 1 episode in, and I was like, wow, this show's really good. I'm 4 episodes in now, and it's good. Like, it's really good. Even if you don't play video games at all, if you have the time to watch it, I do recommend watching it. It is one of those like all-time shows.
Go ahead.
The 3rd episode, I was in tears for like 10 minutes straight. It was nuts.
Damn.
Did not expect that.
So there's a guy I follow on Twitter. His dad just despises video games, refuses to play them, doesn't, but this guy's like a big video game YouTuber. And his dad was watching the Last of Us, and he says, that's really good. Are there any other good video game TV shows? And like, he thought about it for a minute. He's like, no.
No, not really.
There aren't. That was like the first like actually good like movie or TV show that was actually well adapted.
True to the game. Like, it's nothing like the Halo one where it's just completely different and weird and no one asked for it. It's like actually the gamers love it and everyone else loves it, and it's quality television. I do highly recommend watching it. And I'm excited. I think the last episode comes out this Friday, I think. I'm way behind though. I'm gonna try and catch up for then, but I don't know if I will.
How many episodes?
8, I believe. I can look this up. But they sort of range in length from like 45 minutes to episode 3 is an hour 15. But it's absolutely worth every second of it. It's fantastic.
So it's not like Game of Thrones where they got like a TV block and they have to fill that like exact segment. They just can rip it.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Yeah, because it's for streaming, right?
Okay.
It's like same thing with Drive to Survive and like other like 4 streaming shows where it can vary in length, and it's good because the director can pace things the way they want to. There's going to be 9 episodes. 8 are out already, and the 9th comes out on Sunday, I think. Friday or Sunday, one of those. Yeah, very good. In terms of gaming this week, I started playing The Forest. Have you guys heard of The Forest? It's like a survival game. Incredibly highly rated on Steam.
Yep.
It's like overwhelmingly positive in like the like Portal 2 like Factorio realm of games. Put like 2.5 hours in the co-op with Andrew. Didn't like it at all. It was like every other game I've picked from the overwhelmingly positive list on Steam, I've been like, wow, this is phenomenal, this is really good. This one didn't feel it. There's a sequel coming out, I think actually it might already be out. I don't know if I'm stupid or if I don't get it, but it's just not very fun. It's like a survival game, except I don't know, it's like you know, I love 7 Days to Die, which is like a zombie survival crafting kind of game where you run around and find things and explore, and you can like break everything and like get materials and stuff. This is like that, except there's only one map, and there's only like certain things you can do, and you can't just go around breaking things and getting supplies. And the zombies are weird. That's about it. I don't know. I think I just don't get it.
It did not get the DT seal of approval.
And the like crafting stuff makes no sense. It's weird. I don't know. I think I'm just stupid. But if you've played the game and you like it, let us know.
DT accidentally downloaded the alpha build.
This game's been out for a while, and I've had it installed for like
10 years.
No,
it's been out for a while.
Really? 5 or 6.
Because I remember early YouTubers I would watch playing it.
I've had it installed for like 3 years, and I've always been like, "Oh, we should play that. We should play that." And then we finally did, and then we're like, "Wow, this is not good." And all I want to do when I play that game is not play it and play 7 Days to Die instead.
2014.
Fair.
Damn. So yeah, almost 10 years.
That sounds like me when I first played like Fallout 4. I was playing that, and like after like a day, I was just like kind of like meandering through these quests. I was just like, you know, I really wish I was playing Fallout New Vegas right now.
Oh, also, there's a trailer that dropped today for City Skylines 2.
Yes.
It doesn't have any gameplay. It's all kind of cinematic-y. But apparently that's coming out in 2023, which is exciting because I played the heck out of the first game, and now watching that trailer, I want to play the first game again.
It's crazy how long ago City Skylines came out. Because I remember that came out around the same time that the SimCity came out.
The last SimCity.
Such a disaster with DRM. So, no one could play, and then City Skylines was out.
And I've seen people point out that the trailer, which dropped today, is on the 10-year anniversary of the SimCity.
Oh, game. It is.
I don't know if it was when they announced it or when the game came out, but yeah. The last SimCity killed the series. That game was so bad.
Oh, so bad.
Dude, I still play SimCity 4 every once in a while.
It's good.
I got all these mods for it, dude. I got Safeco Field in there. They got a Bowman Gray Stadium. Replica, yeah. It's actually a pretty good one too.
Dude, I remember you guys have Scholastic in the US?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was like after school they'd send you home with a little catalog of things, and your parents can like order books, and then you bring the form in, and then you go home with them.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They had SimCity 4 in one of those. Which kind of dates me a little bit. But my dad put it in. I think it was like a gift, like, hey, here, try this SimCity game. And my brother and I just were on it constantly. Such a great game.
Dude, they had at my Scholastic thing, they had Roller Coaster Tycoon on there.
Yeah,
it was $5, and I bought that. That was, oh my god, I'd play that for like hours, and my dad fucking would like sneak on the computer and like start playing it. And eventually he got it better than I was. I'd just like watch him like build all this crazy shit.
Oh my god. I was just checking my Steam hours in City Skylines. Because my brother and I played SimCity 4 as kids. I have 150 hours in City Skylines. My brother has 1,200.
Holy shit!
Jesus.
Oh my god.
You're beating Rusty on
Yeah,
Fall Guys on that
I was
one.
to check my Fall Guys on that.
I mean, the game has been out for 10 years, but still.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I've been watching some classic movies.
Ooh. As you
over
do.
the last couple weeks.
Oh, is this gonna be Boomer Hour? Do I just turn my mic off for a little bit?
Nah.
Sure. So, number one, RoboCop. I've been buying up a bunch of 4K Ultra Blu-rays and burning them and keeping them on my Plex. So I've been buying up all these old movies and uploading them, or not uploading them, putting them on my computer. But RoboCop was one of them. Looks really good. It really stands up, surprisingly. Such a good movie. It's funny. It's awesome. But one of the movies that you guys might not know about is called Darkman. Do any of you know Darkman?
I had a friend that was like really big into that, but I never did watch it.
So Darkman is a Sam Raimi film. He's the guy that did Evil Dead. He's the guy that did Spider-Man, correct. So this is kind of in between there. This was back in around early 90s, where he just got off making Evil Dead 2, and this is before he started doing Spider-Man in the 2000s. And you can kind of see hints of Spider-Man in this. It's like a made-up comic movie because he couldn't get the rights to the comic that he wanted to get. So he made it all up pretty much. It's a comic movie, and it's kind of down the lines of a monster movie. It's like this guy's not really a hero, but he turns into a monster, and he's Darkman. And if you guys haven't watched it or checked it out, I highly recommend it, especially if you like the trilogy of Spider-Man that came out in the early 2000s, or if you're just a Sam Raimi fan, or if you like the Evil Dead stuff. I highly recommend checking it out. And as far as video games go, I've been playing a lot of NASCAR Racing 2, because I've been working on trying to get that working, and it is really fun on controller. So I can't wait I'm going to make a video on how to install that, and I can't wait for other people to try it out because it's really good on controller, surprisingly.
Yeah, we've been watching him stream in Discord. It's hot.
Love Papyrus.
Look out for it. The Ben Crazy on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in that direction, big iRacing update drops literally tomorrow, and I'm excited.
So excited.
There's some good stuff. That's the thing that I want to stream tomorrow night, is I want to start testing for my Dinky Racing Club idea. They're bringing us Clios. They're bringing us Formula 1600s, which I've watched all the time at CTMP, which I'm really excited to drive. Those are free as well. There's a ton of AI updates. The 8.6 that I love finally gets new damage model. The 2022 F1 car, the Mercedes thing, now has AI. So I'm probably going to buy that now because I haven't bought that yet because nobody races the official sessions.
Can you put custom paint schemes on that car?
No.
No.
There originally was a way, and then people ruined it. Because people realized you could put custom paint schemes on it, and immediately, literally, the car last year, the 2021 Mercedes thing, like an hour after release, people put like Red Bull liveries on it, and we're like, at Red Bull Racing, what do you think of this? And then Mercedes was like, iRacing was like, yeah, we'll stop it. And then a day later, they put out the update that you couldn't put it on.
Hot. Let the people play.
And like, they scanned the 2009 Williams into iRacing. That has had custom paint schemes for over 10 years on iRacing. But because some goofballs went out there and made a mess on social media the day the Mercedes came out, they had to go back and they had to get rid of it on the Williams too. Oh, yeah, kind of sad.
FTK.
Oh, also, they filled out a bunch of AI on tracks that like took them a long time to make AI for, because they're really difficult, like Darlington, because it just drives so weird, and like Pocono and stuff. So now, literally, the entire Cup Series schedule, apart from the Chicago Street Course, you can run AI on with the next gens, and even the Gen 6s if you want on iRacing. Plus all of the Xfinity tracks except for Portland because they don't have that, and all of the truck tracks except for Milwaukee because it's an ancient scan and no one uses it apart from when it was
Coke
randomly put in the Coke Series last week and put on a horrible race.
Yeah, so if you want to cry about there not being a modern NASCAR racing game, well, there is now. It's on iRacing.
It's expensive. I wouldn't recommend buying it just for the AI, but if you're like me and you want to do a bunch of league racing and also want to not do official racing but also drive a lot and not embarrass yourself in front of people, AI.
Yep.
That's my bit. And if you want to come race with me, I'm streaming probably Tuesday and Wednesday night because I want to test some stuff with AI and people mixed together having fun.
Oh yeah.
All right, that's it.
That's it. It's dead.
Well, no, hold on. We got another segment.
Send crazy. Oh,
your fucking mail. Wash
Wash your fucking hands, slap.
Never.
fucking mail.
we'll wait.
Send
Send
them
them
to me,
guys.
guys. Wash your fucking hands, slap.
I don't give a fuck, man. You better send in those emails at this point.
Welcome to fan mail. Fan mail. Fan mail. Fan mail.
Are we
All right.
gonna watch my video
You have a video?
in the crazy fucking videos channel? I posted one.
We do still do
Oh.
that segment.
Cody.
Yeah, we should just delete that.
We can do it. No, we can do
channel.
it after fan mail. That's your
We'll
that's
do
your
it-
little
yeah, we'll do it
gift.
for family.
All right.
All right. If you want to send us an email, we will read it on the show unless it's dumb. ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com. Send us your opinions, comments, questions, concerns, and if your farts smell like White Castle. All right. First one comes in from our good friend down under, Andrew R.
Down under.
We love Andrew R.
Who's he's talking about the Beast Unleashed, which, you know, Tyler Reddick drove that monster car, which I hadn't actually thought of when we talked about it last week, but it's alcoholic
Monster.
energy drink.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is
Which
exactly.
is a-
Did you do
that.
that?
That's a
Which is a
dangerous
thing
combo.
that I guess exists.
I thought Four Loko got banned because he couldn't do that.
It's back.
Yeah,
we should
Andrew
buy
says,
Four Loko.
surely this will become the new idiot juice for the current generation of shrieking nutbags in nightclubs. Back when I was a shrieking nutbag in a nightclub, the go-to idiot juice was Dark and Stormy, which is a rum and ginger beer. But he asks us, what was or is your idiot juice of choice? Am I sensible for liking gin and tonic and lime? Thanks from Andrew R.
That's based. Gin and tonic
Based.
lime is based.
Jameson.
No, but when you're like out and about, what do you get? What's your order? What's your drink?
Amaretto
Straight
sours
Jameson.
and Irish breakfasts.
Irish what?
Irish breakfast. It's a shot of orange juice and a shot of I believe it's Jameson mixed with a couple syrup, and whenever you take both, it tastes like a breakfast.
Mm.
Oh, today I learned. I don't know. I'm not allowed-
When me and my friends like out and about and we're like trying to turn the fuck up, Irish car bombs.
Yeah, dude, I used to do that way back. Oh my god, there were a couple sinks that were detonated after that.
That's like Long Island iced teas for me.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Dude,
in
Long
some
Island
trouble.
iced tea. Yeah, dude. If you have an Irish car bomb, Long Island iced tea, start doing shots of Fireball.
Yep,
You
that's where
might
it
not
ends
remember
up.
anything after that. Oh, dude, there was this fucking bar, dude. Back in the day, they did a beer and a deer, which was a shot of Jaeger and
Oh, yeah.
a Budweiser for $5.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
Dude, that you would just turn the fuck up, dude. You
I
spend
guess-
$25 and be absolutely obliterated.
I guess like I'm dogging on alcoholic energy drinks, but I've also been known to enjoy a Jaeger bomb or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a good rally drink. Andrew says, what's up?
I was to say to Slap's point, last time I was in Charlotte, there was a couple really cool bars that we were at, and it was all like your call a shot plus like a Yuengling. So I was getting Jim Beam and Yuengling, and
That's right. Yeah,
I was with a couple friends, and I paid for the whole tab, and it was probably like $50.
Oh, there it is. Ben's got the can.
Yeah, dude. And it was like tall, like big Yuenglings, not like on tap too. It wasn't like a little like can. It was like you got
Off
the
the
full
tap.
pour, off the tap, ice cold, dude. Plus a shot. Like I think it was like $4 or $5 or $6. I forget, but yeah, it was a good
dead.
time.
My favorite Rusty gesture, because he does it all the time in the podcast, because I always like look for gestures when I'm doing the thumbnails and like picking images, is when Rusty goes some big fucking drink. He just goes
When you get a dude, all right, here's for the thumbnail. When you get a big Yuengling, like oh my god, dude. Oh
dude, go to a Mexican restaurant, get a 32-ounce Dos Equis with a lime in it. Oh, yeah. That's good.
Because I can't get that up here, but yeah, when I go to a Mexican restaurant, you get the iced just chalice, like the full. Oh my!
Frosted glass, got water beating up on the side of it, running down.
So good.
On a hot summer night, nothing better.
Finish it with the chips before you put your order in. Get another. Go like.
Yeah, it'd be absolutely full before the food even gets there.
Yeah, every time.
We got an email from Harley Payne who says he tried Slaps Zaxby's sandwich.
Oh.
Says it's fantastic and I loved it. 10 out of 10. It is goated with the swaus.
It is goated with the swaus.
Slap, do you want to remind the people what that is?
So yeah, they have the kickin' chicken sandwich, which was their Texas toast, 3 chicken fingers, their tongue torch hot sauce, ranch, and then another piece of toast on top of that. Don't put the tongue torch on it. Just have the ranch, bacon, cheese, another piece of toast. Good to go. Because the hot sauce they put on there is like super runny, and if you have like the regular kickin' chicken sandwich, it'll get all over your fucking fingers and it's awful. But if it just has ranch, it's good. The ranch doesn't run.
All right. All right, we got 2 more emails.
Did he have a question?
No, he didn't. He sent in a video and then he said don't use it because the recording wasn't very good. Yeah, that's all. So the shortest email from history. All right, Nick writes in. He says, "Hello, Shrimps. My question for this show is, what is the most random ass paint scheme that lives rent free in your head? Mine is the time Carl Edwards drove a Minions car at Kentucky. Which, let me get a picture of it on the PC.
That would had to have been in the Bush series back in the day, wouldn't it?
No.
That brown Bush's Beans car is my answer. I gotta go use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Here, let me bring up this. There it is.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
Carl Edwards Cup Series Minions with a minion with a headset on. Oh, it does have Xfinity on the hood. There's some kind of tie-in. Weird. I know the car that Cody was talking about. It's that, and we talked about this on the show before because I genuinely like it. It's the Bush's Beans Ryan Priest Brown 37 car. The PP and Poo Poo Mobile. I think it looks pretty good.
The glaze.
For me, it's that the Juice battery car, which we've also talked about on the show before. This was some front row car back in the day, which just has this like outlandish design with the purple and the green. It's a David Reagan car.
The fuck?
I just think about it sometimes, you know? Got anything you think about sometimes?
Disgusting.
Yes, but not in a bad way. As a kid, I always liked the Kenny Wallace Square D car for some reason.
Oh,
the
yeah.
81. And then, of course, the Jeff Gordon Looney Tunes car that he probably crashed on lap 3 because that's what he did with good-looking cars.
Dude, the Kenny Wallace Square D Lightning car was sick.
Yeah,
that thing is so ahead of its time. I gotta see if I can find a picture of it that's not a freaking Diecast. He ran a few different versions of it. This one I have a picture of, but it's the worst version that he ran. It looks kind of gross.
Yeah, that's not it.
I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, but
But I would
not
say
as
the-
cool as the other one. I can't find a freaking picture of the other one though. But it's this thing. Got
Yeah.
lightning on it. Looks cool. It's just diecast though. This is what happens when you try to look up old paint schemes. You just get toys.
I would say the worst one that lives rent free in my head would probably be the Rusty Wallace Elvis. Awful thing.
What is
Oh,
this?
the piano keys on the valence. That was
Yes.
based.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Yeah, top left.
Ew.
Was not a fan of
Oh
this.
no. Oh,
Yeah, the
no.
piano keys on the valence, dude. I love that. I had this when I was a little kid.
Why does it have piano keys?
Because it's Elvis.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Oh my god. he had piano keys on the fire suit too. And just a like airbrush painting of Elvis on the back. Looks like the tailgate of
Look
a
at the guitar on the
pickup truck.
legs.
Oh
We
god.
had such a good Miller Lite theme, and then you have this.
Got a guitar on the side at least, and then just piano keys all around the back. I've never seen that before. That's interesting.
I posted mine in general.
Oh, you would.
Had to
Oh.
do it to 'em.
Yeah, okay, of course. Everybody's favorite,
Classic.
the Black
Yeah.
Flag
Oh my
French's
God.
split car.
Dude, it used to be two different paint schemes, and they combined them.
The thing is awful.
Like, why would you have a fucking roach killer and then mustard?
I never thought about that. That one of them is literally like roach killer, kills bugs fast, and then you have America's favorite mustard.
It'd be one thing if it was ketchup and mustard, but no, yeah, just fucking rat poison and hey, fucking
That's like
some
the
condiments for your glizzy.
BAR car from 1999, where they're like, hey, we're gonna make one of them one brand of cigarettes and the other one another brand of cigarettes, and F1 is like, no, your cars need to look the same, and they were like, okay, and then cut it down the middle with this weird
my
like
God.
zipper thing.
Oh wow.
And they raced the entire season with these, and they were horrible.
Oh my god.
But I guess
the
this
Bar Honda team.
this happened first. Yeah, BAR, British American Racers, which I guess has now become Mercedes, which is interesting. Through the
Didn't it
lineage.
become like Braun GP and then Mercedes or
Well,
some
yeah, it was
series of
BAR, then it
buyouts?
was BAR Honda, and then it was fully Honda, and then it was Braun, and then Mercedes. All right. Dustin writes in, "Hey Shrimps, Dustin here. I was thinking about this, and I want to see your answers. This is actually something we discussed earlier. With video game-based movies and TV shows coming out, the question is, what video game franchise could you see being made next into either a movie or a TV show? What franchise is dying for a show or a movie?"
I'm gonna say the stupid one because this is so popular with kids. Like I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. Among Us.
I thought you were gonna say Fortnite, but that's like equally bad.
Uh,
An Among Us TV show, I want to die.
Dude, if they can make the Trolls movies like good, Among Us could be a banger.
they did make an emoji movie, so there is like no bottom.
Yeah,
to
and
how
that was
bad this can get.
horrible. God. And then didn't that guy like get canceled immediately after? What's his name? Fuck. He was in Silicon Valley in Deadpool.
No
He
clue.
played the main emoji guy, and then he fucking sexually assaulted someone or something. What's his name? TJ Miller? Am I getting that right?
I have no clue.
Is that a hockey player? Shit.
I'll let Rusty
cares?
give his answer for this question.
Yeah, it is TJ Miller.
Before I give mine, so I don't accidentally steal his.
I have a couple like really easy and obvious answers. I don't know if they did a TV or movie, whatever. As long as they did them justice, it could be a banger. So I'll just say three right off the bat: BioShock 1, Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yep. That's why I wanted you to answer first, because I was going to say that. Yep.
You could make an unlimited length TV series out of Metal Gear, like from 1, 2, 3. Like that's unlimited.
Yeah.
The other one was it was right there. Oh, Mass Effect 1. Mass Effect 1, there's potential because we need like a new IP in like the sci-fi genre. And I feel like that if they just do the villain narrative from 1 and tie in all the crazy stuff from all 3 of them, they could make a banger of a movie or a TV series. But those are my 3: Mass Effect, BioShock, Metal Gear Solid.
Mass Effect directed by J.J. Abrams, so we can kill off another beloved sci-fi series.
I was thinking like a Portal or Half-Life.
Portal would be cool.
The only
Those
issue
would
is
be
like
fun.
the main characters don't have dialogue.
Yeah, I feel like those are things that they could easily ruin, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
They
Although
can
I feel
definitely
like
pull up
any
Mortal
video
Kombat
game.
on those.
The movie Castaway with Tom Hanks, they went like an hour of that movie having like 2 sentences like of dialogue. Like they could pull off Portal.
All right, yeah, fair play.
Yeah, but you know they're gonna have like the main character in Portal do like little quippy like remarks and stuff. So it'll be like Forspoken. You know, the gameplay from that, whereas just like it is like the lowest of low tier like Marvel level dialogue you've ever heard. It's terrible.
Yeah.
What's Forspoken?
It made the rounds on Twitter because the trailer that came out just had just this brain dead dialogue.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, oh yeah, that's the thing that just happened. Yeah. And I was like, kill yourself, please.
What about Halo? Oh wait.
Yeah, get fucked.
What about Tomb Raider? Oh no.
I'm glad we finally got one that like hasn't completely ruined it. That's The Last of Us and HBO and whoever was involved.
Gran
in that.
Turismo. Oh god.
Oh god. I forgot they're making a.
We already discussed that on the podcast.
Yeah. We might have to watch that one together. Watch me die live with
Do
my
another
beloved
Sim
childhood
Racer.
video game getting ruined. There's, if it's worse than Sim Racer, we're gonna have some serious problems.
If Sim Racer had a budget.
They better have someone with a foot fetish, though. That's a minimum.
All right. Thanks for sending in your emails. We'll take a look at whatever you send in next week on next week's show.
Send them
It's
in,
time-
guys. Send them in.
You know, I'm gonna put the thing on.
Put the thing in there.
Send 'em
Yeah,
in.
there it is.
There it is. ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com. It is time
do it.
now
Don't do
for the lesser known segment.
I'll
Time
try
for
to send
crazy
more of
fucking
these in.
videos.
I watch lots of crazy videos.
Some might say a
forget some
forgotten
myself.
segment.
I watch a lot of crazy videos as well, but I don't think I can show them on the podcast.
This one is perfect. This one is perfect podcast friendly.
Dude, when
Okay.
did I start showing my
It-
crazy videos?
It's very family friendly. There's nothing like bad about this one. It's more funny than anything.
Okay. Let me.
I was
bring this up.
crying laughing when I saw this.
Do I need audio for this?
Yes.
Okay.
Audio would definitely help.
Okay. Let me. Okay. This is from Reddit.
All right, we got it. All right, sweet. All right, so pizza delivery dude. He's
So
like,
this-
all right.
He knocks on the
Gotcha.
door. He's got his pizza. He's ready to deliver.
This is a weird porno.
Oh God!
There's a bird there.
What?
It wasn't a bird.
What the?
It was a squirrel. It's a squirrel. The moment
What
she opens the
happened?
door, it leaps
Oh, it's up in the corner.
Oh my god.
Dude, the part I was laughing my ass off, he doesn't see it. All he is experiencing in his point of view, he looks down and she just screams and slams the door for seemingly no reason.
Does he
Well,
not
just-
see the squirrel?
No, he looks down right when it jumps.
Oh yeah, he's in the pizza box.
So for all he knows is she just slammed the door on him and screamed. It's like, man, like I know it's been a little bit since I got a haircut, but do I really look that bad?
He's looking around. He's like, what just happened?
He's like frozen. My man is
the pizzas are still like 5 inches out of the thing.
He
He's
has
just like,
not moved.
It's like, oh, what's happening? And you can hear her like freaking out.
Thank you. Squirrel got in, I guess. Oh my god.
he just
Stop
covers
yelling.
his mouth and walks away.
You can hear them like yelling at each other in the background. Stop yelling.
Why did the squirrel attack?
It was just panicked. I think it felt cornered once the dude like walked in like, right there next to him.
Yeah, but I thought it would go for the light, not for the person who just opened the door.
What a leap.
I love how the dude thought, I was like, all right, this lady just slammed the door in my face and started screaming for seemingly no reason.
Look at him go.
Look at him spread eagle, dude. He's flying.
All right, that was a great video. Thank you for sharing.
I'll try to send more in.
That's perfect for this segment. All right, well, our time here must come to an end. Oh God, I didn't slap.
Oh, Slap's canceled from the podcast after that.
And you want me to promote this show? What do we call this? Stop that. What do we call this episode?
Thumbnail. Broken leg. Chase Elliott. I don't know. What else was school?
What did even talk about it?
What did we talk about?
Video game movies suck.
No, but not The Last of Us.
I don't know.
I'm stumped.
Yeah, I got nothing.
The worst episode yet.
Nah. Ed's dead.
We already did.
We already made an episode called Ed's
Ed's Dead Part 2.
Ed's Dead Part 2: The Revengeance.
Wait, have we made one called Ed's Dead? I don't know if we have.
Oh, we did.
No, we made one called It's.
2.
Number 8 was called It's Dead, and number 30 is called Cody's Dead.
Yeah, and those were the 2 I missed.
So is it time for Ed to die?
Yeah.
Episode
he is
34.
canonically deceased.
But we didn't roast him in the show like we do Cody.
It's true. The Cody's Dead episode was us making fun of Cody, and then
Yeah,
he
I
got upset
love
at
making
us
fun
for
of
it.
Cody.
The Ed roasting goes without saying.
All right, well then, what do we say? What's the title of the show?
Ed's dead.
Dead. Ed's dead.
Oh my God. Just like this
leap at you guys like a
It's a good thing nobody watches this show.
Yeah, this is the last episode of this ever. See you never.
Oh, I'm
It's
not
like White Castle right there.
Idiot juice.
Wait, Idiot Juice would actually be a way better. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. That's actually much better. Can we call it that?
Idiot juice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Idiot juice, yeah.
All right.
Sure.
We'll save
Thanks,
Ed's
Slab.
dead.
You
for
saved
when
the
we finally
show.
Cancel it.
Bye.
The hero.
Been crazy.
Ben, we love you.
Look at you.